of the state not to panic as its administration is in control of the situation.
The government has contacted the family of the patient and has since commenced contact tracing. To further contain the spread, the following measures take immediate effect. 1. A task force has been set up to mark all these land borders and conduct preliminary screening. 2. All major markets will be shut down with effect from Friday, March 27. However, traders are allowed to sell food items in front of their houses. Pharmacies are also exempted from this ban. 3. The ban on public gatherings, church services, mosques, social events, and political meetings, among others, remain in force. Fellow citizens and residents of their state, do not panic. The case is under control.
The Rivers State government has said air, sea, and land routes into the state will be closed to traffic beginning from 6 a.m. tomorrow. In a broadcast, the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike said that the measure became necessary in view of recent developments about coronavirus. The government said the state would have been infected yesterday if not for the vigilance of security agents who, acting on a tip-off, prevented an infected person from boarding a flight from Abuja to Port Harcourt. The governor said the infected person beat all security measures that were put in place at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, and was to sneak into Port Harcourt before security agents stopped her. He said based on that, the State Security Council reviewed measures already put in place and decided that there was urgent need to adopt stringent measures to protect those living and doing business in the state from the virus. One of the measures, according to the governor, is that the Port Harcourt International Airport, Omagua, will not be open to air traffic from tomorrow. He said while the state may not have the right to stop flights from entering Port Harcourt, it cannot allow anybody coming from the airport to enter the state. The governor added that while all land and sea borders will be closed, vehicular movement in and out of the state has been banned. Governor Wike said that the new measures will be in place till further notice. Local government councils in Rivers State have commenced moves to effect the orders of Governor Nyesom Wike to set up monitoring team for the coronavirus. Our correspondent reports that authorities of Ogba, Egbema, Ndani, Ikwere and Akokutara local government councils have constituted who are mainly religious leaders, heads of local vigilante, chiefs and other stakeholders in the areas. The chairman of Akokutara local government area, Roland Sekibo, urged residents of the area to comply with the directives of Governor Wike on the temporary ban on burials, weddings and other public gatherings. Sekibo, shortly after setting up an 8-man COVID-19 containment committee, and joined traditional rulers in the various communities to work with the committee to ensure adherence, just as it disclosed that the council has started the sensitization process. Some of the committee members, including Caroline Napoleon West and Aluye Briggs, said they are committed to combating the virus, just as they urged residents to look out for one another and report any case that will be noticed.
Take extra caution to look out for each other, not just yourself. If you see a friend, a sister beginning to cough unnecessarily, it's having fever, at that point you need to go to the hospital to do the needful. And what is the needful? When you go to the hospital, they need to check your temperature, they need to check you out, and then if the signs and symptoms and what you present is looking like COVID-19, then the health experts will need to call the necessary event. That's why our own chairman has kickstarted what he's doing, and I think it is the right step in the right direction to ensure that our committee is set up immediately and work continues immediately.
We are ready to work since the governor has put it in place that free local government, no burials, no party, no weddings. We all are ready to work with him to make right now. If you go to the communities, you will see what we are doing there. We are trying to sensitize them. We are trying to make them to wash their hands. We are trying to bring out town criers to go around to announce to the people that this is what is going on. COVID-19 can kill.
Former spokesman of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, Chris Finebone, has warned against partisan politics in the fight against the coronavirus. Finebone commended Rivers Governor Nyesom Wike and the federal government on the efforts taken so far in tackling the spread of coronavirus. He said the time has come when everyone must forget about partisan politics and join hands to fight the COVID-19 disease.
At this point in time, we all must lend our voice and support to the efforts by the federal government and the Rivers State government to stem and defeat coronavirus COVID-19 in Nigeria and in our dear states. Let me repeat what I have stated elsewhere, that at a perilous time that threatens our common humanity and existence like we have now, partisan politics has no place. We must join hands with all and sundry to defeat this common enemy of mankind.
Religious leaders have expressed willingness to work with the Rivers State government to ensure that measures put in place to prevent the spread of COVID-19 have been followed. Bishop of Evo Diocese Anglican Communion Innocent Uche Chukwu Odu, who gave the assurance, called on all Christians, especially Evo Diocese faithful, to be calm and have absolute faith as Nigerians grapple with the issue of coronavirus in the country. He further directed all churches in his diocese to work to hold chains of services of not more than 50 persons and ensure social distancing. The traditional institution in Outer East local government area of Rivers State has called on its subjects to adhere to the measures put in place by the state government to curb the spread of the COVID-19 disease. The paramount ruler of Upata Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Felix Otuarikpo, made the call in an interview with correspondent Sandra Kenneth. The traditional ruler declared that no gathering of any king would be allowed in his kingdom. He said any found disobeying the directive of the government would be arrested.
Coronavirus is a global pandemic, and we have issued a circular, even before the government circular, directing our people to observe basic hygiene. And the government has come up with very strong positions. As the paramount ruler of the Ekpe nation, I've directed my people to comply with all government pronouncements, because we wouldn't want to lose one. No one should die as a result of coronavirus, because the preventive measures put in place by governments could easily be practiced by the people. And so there's no reason why anyone should not adhere to government instructions. And so we have directed communities, as at yesterday evening, virtually all the communities have proclaimed using town criers to tell the people no burial, no weddings, no marriages, no gathering of any sort.
You're listening to the World News at 6 on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After this break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Do stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
And we're back.
All right, welcome back, and you are still tuned to the World News at 6 and Today 95.1 FM. Right about now, the time is 12 minutes gone past the hour of 6. Now, allow me to bring you the rest of the news. The organized private section unions in Rivers State has threatened to embark on a solidarity strike with other members of the organized labor over the delay in the implementation of the national minimum wage by the state government. The group made a threat after its meeting in Port Harcourt, where it issued a 5-day ultimatum to the state government to address the demands of the labor movement in the state, failure of which it will commence the industrial action. A statement signed by the chairman of OPSU, Melfort Temple, and John Ogaba, they said the meeting was to appraise the lingering stalemate between the public sector unions and the Rivers State government. In the statement, OPSU urged the Rivers State government to avert the impending industrial action by the public sector unions by engaging the leadership towards industrial peace and harmony. It also maintained that the spirit of solidarity in the labor movement in the state should be sustained in driving the course of enhancing the welfare of its workers and members in the demand by the public sector unions in Rivers State. The group said no form of intimidation, victimization, and oppression from any quarter would be allowed on their members in the course of the struggle by the public sector unions in the state, as injury to one is injury to all. OPSU is made up of chairmen and secretaries of all the labor unions in Rivers State. The Rivers State House of